was just telling somebody, before this call, I'm like, the way I shake myself out of bad mentals is I have a list of things that I'm grateful for in my life, and I look at the list. And then that really helps me. Like, I'm not saying it gets me in a good mood, but shakes me out of like a very bad one.
We have to remember why you're doing what you're doing and who you're doing it for, right?
Yeah. A powerful why. Powerful why. That was my post tonight. I had a post on social media what my why is on my Instagram. I posted.
I apologize, I didn't see it.
No worries. It's there. You'll see it later. My why. Should I get right into it? I don't know.
Yep. So we're recording now, so let's go ahead and get right into it. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah.
And what your program is, and really tell us about how you got this. You know, we kind of touched on that journey a little bit, but how you got down the road to where you're at today.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing? My name is Yonatan Waxman from Cleveland, Ohio. So if we have any Clevelanders out there or ex-Clevelanders like myself, shout out to you, or ex-Ohio. I live in Miami. I'm the oldest of 6 kids, 4 boys and 2 girls. How I got to this place. So to be very direct, which is what my personality is. So when I was a young boy, I did not grow up poor. I grew up very well off and quite spoiled, actually. I'm very open about that. And that's not a good thing for an entrepreneur, by the way. That's like being very overweight and wanting to bench press a whole bunch of weight. It's the mental equivalent for an entrepreneur. It's very bad to be entitled. So I was always, I'm not saying so I had a lot of work to do on myself. So when I was born, my family had a 100-year-old public company called Waxman Industries, which you can Google. And I was basically told and taught and groomed to, you go to college, and then after college, you go into the business, and then you're going to, build the business like your dad did, like your grandfather did, and like my great-grandfather did. That's how far back the business went.
No pressure or anything. Right.
No pressure at all. I actually really wanted to do it. I had a lot of pride in the business, and I went into the business. And when I entered the business, we did some cool things. I started a technology business called LeakSmart with my dad. We were the first company ever to develop a device that detected water leaks. So if you've ever owned real estate, you know how much of a problem that is. So we did some interesting things. I'm not making myself out to be a dummy. But I definitely, there were certain tough, intangible lessons that I didn't have from having a safety net that I was going to learn later. And when the business started struggling, it really challenged my whole mental model. In a weird way, somebody who grew up with nothing had a head start. I had to learn. I got, in 1 year, the business went under. As the business was going under, I was engaged to a lovely girl. She left me, which we can get into all of that. I have no hard feelings towards her, but I'm not surprised that it happened. That they usually come in at the same time, these kind of things. And I had to reinvent myself. And of course, we can focus on the external. Like, I had to reinvent my business identity, but I really had to reinvent myself internally.
Fix the external till you fix the internal.
I had to fix the internal. My internals were out of shape. I've always been physically in shape, but that's stupid. That's dumb. That's like not the real deal. The real deal is to be an iron in here and in here.
Yes.
And I started reading a lot. I read like more books than I ever read that year. I got into meditation, I got into visualization, and just through a series of events, I found the Airbnb business. I launched an Airbnb before the NBA All-Star game in Cleveland during the COVID years. And I got an $1,000 booking like the day I got the thing. That was crazy. So I'm like, Yeah, Shane, that's crazy. Like if you know the dopamine that hits your brain when you you design a unit, you rush to get it loaded, you order all the furniture, you put in the smart lock, the cameras, the everything. I even had a noise detector just to make
It's
sure
all
that
clicking together. Yeah.
I was like, damn, like how do I do more of that thing? I want to do more of that thing. So I tried to do that. So my grandfather, the one good thing about family capital is you can, if they agree with you, which is rare, they'll work with you. So also I came at the time when the family business was going under. My grandfather's like, I also need to find something to diversify our income. So more research goes by that I did. I found out the national parks in 2008 housing market crash did not get affected. And the most prominent national park was the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. I bought 21 acres there. I'm currently building 2 A-frame cabins there.
Yeah. I saw your post on that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I'm going to keep posting about that, Shane. Like I can, anyone that wants to ask me what I learned or they want to learn about land development, I'm happy to teach for free. Just like hit me up, no problem. And once the land was purchased, I was like, I'm the only psycho that would take all my hours without getting paid, with neglecting trying to get a job, trying to learn all the zoning laws, learn about all the Airbnb laws, learn about where it's profitable. I'm like, this shit is complicated as hell. Why in the world? Why in the world is this not easier? That's where Fetchit came in. Point blank. So
was it like something that built over time, many years of thoughts and trying to get pieces together? Or is it like something that kind of aha moment for you?
I think it was a few aha moments. Like, I think the first aha moment was like, why is this complicated? The second idea I had was like, what if I had a newsletter that sent people their listings and told them how much it would earn? I actually started it as a newsletter. I got like 20 customers that way. Boom. And then I was like, why is this a newsletter? It should be a software business. Then I converted it from a software business from a newsletter into a software business. So there were steps that took us from like, oh, this is a problem worth solving to like, I built kind of a solution. People kind of like were like, oh, this is cool. And then like, boom, into a real like actual software tool. And I'll just screen share right now so everyone can see what it looks like. But this is what it looks like. And I just want everyone to see this. So this is version 2 of the product. We're working on version 3 right now. I'm gonna just explain how, Shane, do you have any questions before I get into this? But do you want me to get right into the meat? I think you're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't have any questions at this point, but I want to ask anybody that's out there if they have a question, throw it in the chat and we'll get it out. But show us what you got and just keep on rolling with it.
Yeah. So guys, just heads up. I'm not checking my phone or the chat while I do this. So Shane, if somebody chats, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to get into high level what this is. Fetchit's mission is to help every single real estate investor find an Airbnb opportunity investment in seconds and not weeks. Why seconds, not weeks? Because when I was doing it, it took me weeks and I wanted a tool that did it in seconds. Simple. You're looking at the map. The pins are where properties are, which will tell you how much it earns as an Airbnb. These metrics up here are how much the neighborhood averages are, average daily rate of people charging, average occupancy rate in the area, and average gross revenue numbers. Now, before I do an actual search for properties in an area and explain the filters and what these colors represent, I'm going to show you the categories of the product. Here we have a dashboard where you would look for properties. I also have a university component. This is very important. Are there people in the chat that have never done Airbnb before? Please write in the chat yes or no. That's very important. Please write yes or no, honest answers. It's very important. And Shane, just tell me what people say.
No.
That's actually what I want to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear. So guys, one of the issues that I also saw when starting the business, this is a new feature, is like people like would do an Airbnb, but like they, excuse my my French, they don't know what to fucking do. All right.
Yep.
They don't know what to do. And by the way, I didn't know what to fucking do at the beginning either. So I can tell you what a property will earn in the dashboard, but it doesn't really matter if you don't know what to do with it. All right. Like, you know, I could just tell you
Acquiring the property is just one piece of the puzzle.
it's just one goddamn piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So would it be okay if I just go through a couple of the coach examples for the team?
Please, yes, please do.
Okay,
In the university section.
cool. So Tony actually was, it's funny, I never told you this, Shane. Tony was my Airbnb coach before I launched my first unit.
Oh, excellent.
I never told you that. So Tony is a Fetchit coach. Why am I very proud of this? Because it's a full circle karma that I really love, bringing somebody that brought me into the business. The reason I think this is special is there's a lot of coaches online say, I'm a coach, I'm a coach, I'm a coach, but they don't verify their actual Airbnbs. Does everyone see this Airbnb link?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to click on it. Takes me to Airbnb.com, takes me to Tony's Superhost profile, and I see all of his properties. So I know he's the real deal. You want to know why I know? Because Airbnb and all his properties and reviews are right here. I'm going to go back to Fetchit. You can book time with him for 30 minutes or an hour or even month over month. Okay? That's really important. What does he teach? He teaches something called Airbnb arbitrage, which is basically rather than buying units, subleasing units. I'm going to keep going, show you another example. This woman right here, her name is Lindsay Severt, one of the smartest girls I've ever met, people, man or woman, I've ever met in my life. She's a Midwest gal. She does something called glamping. In the chat, does anyone know what glamping is? Yes or no? I don't know if anyone said anything. I'm going to assume that's a no.
Yes, 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 and yes.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Lindsay is a glamping coach. Look at her Airbnb profile. Well, I don't know. That's
oh my.
Let me 1 second. Let me try again. Okay, that's a bug. But she has an Airbnb profile that you would also see her properties. I don't know why it's I'm going to report that bug after. I'll say Lindsay link. All right, let me keep going. I'm going to show you one more. This is David Rosenbeck. Does anyone here know what traveling nurses midterm rentals are? Please write in the chat, yes or no.
Yes, and yes.
Hell yeah. This is David's Airbnb profile. He is a midterm rentals expert. These are all his properties in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Great market, by the way. And you can see everything about him. And the thing I like, he's a verified Superhost. The thing I love about David is he's really an angel. He's an angel, best guy ever. I actually run a podcast with him on the side. So just fun fact about David. But he'll teach you everything about traveling nurses, everything you want to learn about that market. And finally, the last coach is a syndication expert, Derek Greenbaum. He's done over $100 million of real estate transactions. And he will teach you how to raise money. He's done multifamily, he's done RV parks, mobile home parks. You name it, he's done it. And he's done Airbnb too. He does like in the US and in Puerto Rico. Is everyone clear on the university component? Do you have any questions for me?
I need to call Derek.
Oh,
I am with him. So.
He is when I tell you an animal and the best compliment, he is I can connect you as a favor because you've done so much for me, Shane. I'll just connect you guys directly. Make a note offline. I'll just do that as a favor to you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that as a favor to you because you're going to be my brother from another mother. But he is, when I tell you, not only an excellent entrepreneur, but also an excellent human. I vet every single coach, by the way, personally.
I love that you work with all these people that as well. So that's really fabulous.
Finally, for the last feature. Yes, Shane. Finally, for the last feature. I know Shane knows about it, but does anyone here know what virtual assistants and VAs are? Did anyone say yes in the chat?
There's some yeses.
All right, cool. So
No
guys,
no's.
oh, so no no's? All right, cool. So guys, here's the last feature. I need everyone to pay attention with me. The last feature is the virtual assistants. So what we've done is we've done a partnership with a VA company in the Philippines, and I have provided all the training modules on every single Airbnb software tool, from the messaging to the customer service, to the insurance, to the cold calling, to the everything. And we actually can pair you with a VA. So you can click select. Let's just click, I'm just going to make up that we need an accounting and bookkeeping VA. And it takes you to a meeting, a Calendly link where you would fill out a time with our lead chief of staff in the Philippines, and they will pair you with a VA of your choice: male, female, aggressive, passive, whatever personality and skill set you want, they will do it. So we have virtual assistants, we have a university, and we also have, so you want to learn Airbnb, we got you. You want to manage Airbnb, we got you. You want to find your deal on Airbnb, we got you. All three things. What I want, my vision for Fetchit is that literally everything you need as it relates to property management and property deal hunting is done on my platform. Any questions so far? Because we're going to get right into searching for an actual deal.
Anyone have any questions before we proceed?
No.
All right, let's go.
All right, cool. You can tell me you hate it too, if you do. I hope not, but like that's totally fair game.
So we'll give you honest feedback.
Yeah, the more comments, the better, guys. All right, what is a market that this group is interested in? Shane's spoken very highly about this group, and I know that the Sub2 community and everyone associated or cousins of that community, siblings of that community are very they're go-getters. So I want to hear about a market that y'all like, and then I will search for a property in that market.
All right. We have Georgia or Virginia. Do we have a specific city?
Yeah, we need a city. That is a prerequisite. We do need a city.
How about Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or Norfolk?
Oh, baby, I love Gatlinburg. I love Gatlinburg.
We'll come back to Norfolk as well.
All right. All right. So guys, before I click search, just want everyone to know, shout out to some, and I know this is not, I'm not sure. I want you guys to know something. If you become associated with me, I'm the founder and CEO of my business. I love getting on these calls. When you guys have a feature request or idea, just ask Shane. I will fucking do it. You tell me an idea, I will do it. It might take me 2 weeks, but I'll do it. We added a days on market filter because there were some customers of mine that asked me for it. You can filter for 4, 14, 21, and 30. So just want
You
everyone
can
to
use
know
Justin's name. That he's a
Yep.
friend of ours. So
Good friend of ours, Justin Birch, who's really been there for me since day one. I want to give him a shout out. He's really, you know, entrepreneurship is a lonely road, and he made it less lonely. So I'm going to search Gatlinburg for y'all.
requested city, Utah.
Gatlinburg, it is.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Option.
So I just want everyone shout out to this market, and I don't know who Shane who mentioned Gatlinburg. Do you mind sharing whose name that was?
That was Stephanie.
Stephanie, I'm giving you a big hug. I actually am developing my A-frames 5 minutes from Gatlinburg, so I love that you just picked this market because it's like very close to my heart. So I just want to say that. So I'm going to zoom in here, okay? So in the bottom right, we have the list price, okay? In the bottom right, we have the list price. So as I go down here, this
So
is just,
where does the information come from?
Thank you. Great question. Sometimes I forget to mention everything. So
Sorry.
the properties for sale are coming from the MLS.
So you're actually pulling data out of the MLS for all these local markets into your software. So the user is getting direct MLS access. No, not access.
Well, it's not to get technical. It's a couple bus stops away from the MLS from a technical perspective, but it is the MLS.
Yes.
So, but anyways, directly and indirectly, but it's the same data. So
Yes.
here we have the price, okay, we can just go down here, but in these little here, I'm going to zoom in for everybody. These are our predictions of what it would earn as an Airbnb. So this is $1 million and more than $1.5 million. I think I might have been on this road before, actually. That's so crazy. $1.5 million more plus cabin. And we think you could charge $488 a night. And we think it'll be booked about half the month. It's okay. It's okay. I think we would probably need it to be a little bit of a cheaper property to justify such a purchase. But interesting, right? Okay, let's just keep going down the list.
So I'm just gonna pause you one more time.
Yep.
Your data for your Airbnb bookings, the rate and the days, are you pulling that rate out of Airbnb? How are you providing that information specific to the property?
So we have a really, honestly, I'm blessed. We have a really smart data science team, and I post about them. So if you guys make sure everybody follow me on Instagram at Yonatan Waxman, you'll see all like my little mini updates. Shane and I have been connected on Facebook and Instagram for a while. And you'll see like a lot about my team. You'll see their name, their Instagram. You can message them. I very much believe in building in public, completely transparent as opposed to other companies. So what they do rather is we do something called scraping. We scrape Airbnb listings and we're like, oh, look at what all the 3 bedrooms are making. Look what all the 4 bedrooms are making. Look what all the 2 bedrooms are making. Look at what all the 1 bedrooms are making. Look what all the studios are making. And what we do is we compile averages of what they're charging. And we also look at how often they're booked. And then we spit that out. That's what the data science do is they take that, they're like the chef. We give them all the ingredients and then they chop it up and make some awesome food.
Excellent.
So that's kind of how they do it. That is how they do it rather. So we're just going down here until we see an interesting property and we're going to click on it. I'm looking for something that has a decent average daily rate and not booked so high. So like this one's interesting, even though it's not as pretty, but it's for $879,000 for those in Gatlinburg. You already know that Stephanie, if you're familiar with this market, you know this is actually like not a terrible price, even though it's not the prettiest house. But it's 4-bedroom, 3-bath. And what I always tell people in the Airbnb business, it should be a minimum 3-bedroom. If you're getting into Airbnb and you go below 3-bedroom, I'm not saying it's the rule of thumb, but good luck.
Yeah.
You know? So if everyone's okay with this, Stephanie, I'm going to click on this property. Does everyone see this?
Yes.
Okay. So here we have the address, 1410, 1414 Parkway East.
Anastasia has a quick question. Are these actual homes for Airbnb or potential rates for homes within the market?
Great. What was her name?
Anastasia.
Anastasia, great question. Shout out to Anastasia. That's a beautiful name, by the way. This is properties for sale. And we're telling you what it would earn, our estimation rather, of what it could make as an Airbnb. So we take the time out of it. Okay. Just to show you a little bit, just to give you more context, Anastasia, there's a view button here, and I'm going to click on it so you have a better understanding. I'm going to click view. And you see it takes me right to Zillow, right to the actual listing. That's actually beautiful. It has a creek. Gorgeous.
Great setting.
Might not be half bad. To get a creek like this in the Smokies is a pretty good deal with an existing house. Because by the way, there's a zoning law where you can't build too close to a creek. So the fact that this is already there by the creek is pretty awesome. This is pretty nice. This could be improved. This house could be improved a lot. Like this cabinetry is ugly. This could be really. Oh, you could keep that wood. That's actually not bad. But I bet you I would ask if they would do creative finance on this. It's only available 22 hours ago, and you see the
brand new in the market. Yeah,
it's brand new. But I bet you in a high interest rate market you could play with this a little bit. I bet you could play with this. Anastasia, do you have a little bit understanding of like what it is, how it links out to Zillow? You can get much more of how you can buy it information. Does that make a little bit more, is it crystallize a little better? And when you go back to the platform, you can see what it would earn.
She says yes.
Okay, good. I'm gonna put this property in here in case, I don't know, hold on one second. Let me get the chat. Let me get the chat back. Hold on, I don't know how to do that. How do I get the?
I think you almost have to unshare.
Yeah, I might have to.
Very
I'm gonna
bottom, you should
like
come across.
Zoom.
have your
Hold on, I
chat.
got it. 1 second.
There you go.
I got it. All right, everyone, this is the deal if you're interested in it, because I know, okay, I see the chat. That was great. I'm up to date. Okay. And this is very important, guys. So I know there were a lot of people said they don't know about Airbnb yet. And I'm excited for you to try out the university feature, to be honest, because you'll learn everything to do about Airbnb. But one of the things I'm going to give you a free lesson. Never buy an Airbnb ever without knowing what the law or the ordinance is. Okay. I'm just making a note here while we're talking. So what does that mean? That means there are restrictions in certain markets of how to run an Airbnb. Some markets don't even allow it. Some markets you need a permit. Some markets limit how many days minimum you can do it. So I'm going to click ordinance here. So ordinance for Gatlinburg, let's just look here. Gatlinburg is yet another great location for buying an Airbnb property in the state of Tennessee. By the way, we cold call every county office in the country to get this information. So I just want you to know that it's very bloody for us to get this information. It's not an easy thing to do. That's another reason why I did this. So in my story, Shane, where I talked about like it was hard to figure it out. This is one of the things that's hard to figure out. Starting a short-term rental business there is easy. You need to apply for a tourist residency permit from the city of Gatlinburg. This application is a one-page document. Okay. Owner information, basic stuff, size of the building, number of occupants, availability of a sprinkler system, rental. This is pretty standard. And by the way, these permits cost a couple $100 a year. They're very easy to deal with. So everything to do with your Airbnb, as you can see, you can do on Fetchit.
And if someone was looking for Airbnbs in multiple markets, they would have to spend hours finding out all the local ordinances, who to contact, what the permitting process is.
You'd never get it.
But
You'd never
you
get
made
it.
it super easy.
You'd never get it. You got kids to pick up. You got groceries to order. You got work to do. You're going to call every county office that they don't even call you back. They don't even answer the phone. You guys have called county offices before. Oh, they're on lunch on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 2. 12 to 2? What? I got shit to do, man. You know what I mean? 12 to 2. That's literally how it works. And some places don't even answer. I have VAs that I train in the Philippines just to do this job. I'm like, you have an American accent, you're a local, you're not an investor, and you get this information. Like I do, it's very hard for me to get this information.
How often is that information updated?
Oh, that's a great question. So one thing I want to show you on here.
That was Celeste's question, by the way. That wasn't mine.
So you guys see here, last updated this here.
Oh, very good.
So I tell you the last time we got the information. So you'll know the last time we update it right there. Good. I thought that was a great, whoever asked that question, excellent question. That was a very good attention to detail question. Also, we have the long-term rental prediction, so you can underwrite as a long-term rental. I want you guys to be aware of that. Never underwrite a short-term rental only as a short-term rental. Another rule of thumb, you want to make sure you can cover your mortgage with a long-term rental also. We have an underwriting calculator here. Interest rate, I can adjust it. Down payment, I can adjust it. Management fees and everything else I need in here to calculate my rate of return. Now, I don't want to call Shane out. He's my brother from another mother, but we're working on a creative finance calculator. I don't know how long it'll take us, but I promise you it will happen. Okay. I'm going to go back. Any questions so far as I'm sort of just giving you guys a lay of the land? I can show you guys the map. You can actually click on properties in the map. Like you can
So
select.
explain to us real quick, when you're looking at the map, it becomes very obvious. What are the red, yellow, green dots? What's the meaning there?
So the green, yellow, and red dots in obvious like color code are meant to be the highest daily rate, highest occupancy rate properties in the for sale property category. We're dealing with a little bit of a bug there. So I think it's fixed, but like, I'll just show you an example here. If I click on this property, Moyers, I'll just do here. Oh, sorry, Glades. I click view. So you see, I use the map. There's no property image, but this has a high average daily rate and high, decently average days booked. And if I click view, it takes me right to the listing. Oh, wow, this is beat up. This you should create this, I don't know what to do. This you should offer 100 grand. This is not even a house, barely standing. I'm going to throw this in the chat. I don't know if you guys want to do something with this.
Oh, yeah.
They should not, they should know that guys like people like us are going to come at them. 1 second here. Let me put it in the chat. Celeste, that was a great question, by the way.
Thank you.
Any other questions so far? So I think right now I've given you the basics. You know everything that we can do and everything we probably can't do. We can search various markets. So I do know, I saw on Zoom that you guys want to search another market. Is that something you'd like to do?
Yes, let's take a look at Norfolk, Virginia next. I think that was the next one on the list.
Norfolk. Okay.
I love it. We got ideas that are all over the country.
Yeah, this is nationwide, guys.
So is there any states that you aren't pulling data in?
No.
Alaska, Hawaii, we're good there?
I believe I've never heard of anything not working.
All right.
But
people in Alaska doing those things.
wow, this is a very affordable market. Way more affordable than the Smokies. Whoever requested Norfolk, if you, I don't know, Shane, if you want to let them unmute or at least in the chat, tell me what property they want me to click on, but I'd love to give them some mouse control.
All right, let's see, who was that? That was Anastasia.
Anastasia, what up?
Can you unmute and join us?
Yes. Yeah. So I was actually interested in Norfolk because my husband and I were actually retired military. And so when we do travel to like our friends retire or we're going places, and because there's so many amusement parks and stuff in the area, that's what we're looking at doing around there. And plus it's a lot of colleges in the area. So we're looking at buying a few properties up there to actually, because you had the military coming and going all the time. Then it's, you have hotels, but a lot of people, when they bring in family for events, weddings, etc., for the military, they love to go ahead and get a house instead. So that's why we're looking at Norfolk, Virginia Beach area. They actually call it 7 cities. So they call it 7 cities, Hampton Roads. And we both retired from the area. So yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating. First of all, amazing that you salute to you and your husband who are in the military. I'm currently reading David Goggins' book called Can't Hurt Me, and he talks about the military, and I'm like, wow, I am not that tough, I can tell you that. So shout out to anyone involved in the military. This is a cool market. Do you mind me asking, are there hospitals? A lot of hospitals in this area?
Yes, one of the largest naval hospitals on the East Coast is Portsmouth Naval. So with the military, they have Bethesda in Maryland, they have Portsmouth Naval, and then you have Walter Reed. And it's all within DC, within an hour and a half to 2 hours of DC, but that's one of the larger hospitals where if they can't service let's say a service member or his dependents right there, that's a hospital that they will refer to. So it's
I want to tell you something. I went to high school. I went to high school in Silver Spring, Maryland, so I know the area.
okay.
Went to high school there, so I'm familiar. Is this near an airport? My last question.
Yes, you have the name, you have Norfolk. It's I guess it's like you have people flying in from all over the world, but then you also have the military bases because you have what they call multiple units or units where you have 2 or 3 military on it. You may have shared bases. So you have about 4 million military in Hampton Roads. And so that's the actual military member and then their families, and then visiting for ceremonies, hospitals, you have schools, a lot of colleges are there, HBCUs, and you have a lot of you have a medical school there also. That's where I went to medical school. So
Oh, wow, very impressive.
popular
Very
area.
impressive.
Love sports. They love sports.
Okay, I want to tell you what you're describing is an ideal market because this is low purchase price, high average daily rate, lots of military, family, and traveling nurses. I bet you are coming through here. I would encourage a lot of people to look at this market. This is I'm not familiar with Norfolk, but it qualifies for me. It's got the hospitals, it's got low amount of hotels, it's near national parks, which I know. It's got all the criteria to make an A+ Airbnb. So we're just gonna and Anastasia, if you could help me. If you see a property that you want me to click on as I'm going through here, I want you to drive the bus here. This was your search. I'm just going to go slowly. When you see a property that you like, just tell me to stop, please.
Okay. Are you able to look in an area called Willoughby Spitz or Oceana?
Is that a city?
Yes.
Oceana, Virginia?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Norfolk, no, the Air Force, I'm sorry, the bases, Oceana Air Force, naval bases out there.
I need a real city and state. That's
Oh,
what I need.
let's say, Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. All right, we're in Virginia Beach.
Okay, and let's see. Okay, and because a lot of these homes are right on close or right on the beach, it's probably slightly higher than Norfolk.
Yep, a
The
little bit,
money,
about 100 grand average more, looks like.
Yep.
yeah, because you have more officers out there. You have a lot of retirees out there, and it's actually right on the ocean.
Do you, Anastasia, Shane, and everybody, do you guys see how in the corner of these, I'm showing days on market?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just want you to be aware of that. Okay, keep going. When you see
Okay.
when you see some you like, just stop me.
Okay. So let's say East Chester Drive right there, 2460.
All right, let's do it. Nice little driveway area. Could hang some string lights. Okay. So let's just look at this for a second. It's a 3-2, so it qualifies for what I just said, minimum 3. I don't play with games with less than 3. Why? Because 3 can fit a
8 people.
family, all it could fit everybody, a couple, a family, and even, dare I say, a partier, which they also pay rent, so it's all good. Would you like me to click on the Zillow link?
Yes, to see how far it is from the beach, if possible. Are we able to see that?
Yeah, I'll do
Look
that
at the
on
map.
Google Maps. Google Maps. What's the name of the beach?
It's just Virginia Beach, the actual, okay. So there's the park right there, Biscayne Park. That's a major park in the area. And
10 minutes.
okay, that would be, yeah, Atlantic Park. Yeah, that would be perfect right there because the ocean front is right there and they have a lot of concerts and things throughout the summer.
You just gave me an idea. Maybe I'll integrate Google Maps into my website. One second. Where did I put my pen? Would that be helpful if I put directions?
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna put that in the site.
Because as you can see,
Always
there's
listening. I'm always
water.
listening to y'all. I'm always listening. That's what I'm gonna do because we got to keep it in the site. Okay. Yeah, it's 10 minutes. This is a deal for you. You want me to send it in the chat?
Sure, and I see the Naval Air Station when you did the Google Maps, so that's perfect.
Where is that?
Come down a little bit. You'll sit right there.
Yep, actually, at the very bottom of the screen.
Oh, damn, I see it right there.
Yep. You are right next to it.
You're on the ball. You are on the ball. On the ball. All right, let's get it in the chat. Grab this property. This is a cool meeting. All right.
Thank you.
Boom.
Bad price at all.
I'm trying to look for other questions because I'm looking at the chat.
Savannah had a question, and I'm not sure how to answer it. Maybe.
How is it different from Pace and
Ask
Jamil's
it.
AI program? I don't know
Yeah.
anything about that, so.
Yeah, and either do I. I believe, Savannah, that's more of a customer relationship management software that has automatic outreach. But I'm not sure. Anybody else have any experience with Paces and Jamil's AI program?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to use AI, guys, and
Yeah.
I'm definitely like knee deep, more than knee deep in AI. I actually have a, I'm trying to see if I missed any questions here.
I don't think so, other than Savannah's
Um,
came in.
I just bought it. I got you. I think that is more of a VA lead follow-up. Yeah, I mean, we have VAs as a part of our, like, as an add-on feature to Fetchit. But VAs is like the dessert for us. It's not the entree. The entree for us is, yeah, we can look at Ocala. Oh, wow. Well, I love those markets. And just to answer Celeste, it's $53.50 a month if you buy the per month. So it's, and for the whole country. Let me see here. I have here, Savannah wants to look. So Savannah, just answer in the chat or out loud. Do you want me to do it Ocala or Kissimmee? Which one? Yeah, it replaces AirDNA. Correct, Savannah. And
Hey.
it replaces AirDNA ish. If you want to take a property that's not for sale and plug it in as an address, we don't do that. But if you want, it's called Fetchit, Saradya. But if we just take everything that's for sale and give you the numbers, you can't like take a theoretical address and then paste it in and say, what does this make? There are free tools on the internet for that. Hey, Savannah, see your face. Yeah, but we're looking at that one day, but I really don't want to do that because there's a bunch of other tools that already do that. And to me, that's like, I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to be different. And those tools are free. And like, you know, if you have a relative's house that you might put on Airbnb, just use something like Rabu, or those are free. So I see request. I'm going to get to Groveland, Celeste. But before Groveland, I promise I'll get to you. We had Ocala or Kissimmee. So Savannah, do you want to take me to which one you want?
Sure. So there's actually a specific property in Kissimmee, I don't know how you're supposed to say it. But I was just curious to see how it came up in here as far as like you guys' rating. Can we look at a specific property?
Yeah, let's hopefully it comes up. Let me search for houses in Kissimmee.
Gotta grab my this. I just know generally this is supposed to be a pretty hot, like nonstop market.
Yeah, it is. It is. This is a
And,
crazy market.
Exactly. It's a crazy market. And so recently there was a property that came up as a rental, and it's investment property purchase.
Mhm. Mhm.
And hold on just a second, let me pull up the address.
No, but we don't, oh, what I want you to know is this is the one part that I want you to be aware of.
Oh, you can't pull up an address?
Yeah, you can't pull an address. We're just taking, we're front loading all the for sale properties.
So Savannah,
Okay.
is this on market?
It
Yeah,
is
this
yeah, it is on market. Yep.
Oh, so we
Um,
might be
where-
able to see it. We might be able to find it if we're scrolling through it. So what
It
street
might
is it on?
be, I'm looking at this map. I kind of tried to figure it out. It might be this yellow dot.
one?
Like, nope, to the right, the next one to the right.
This
No,
one?
further to the right.
This
Might be
one?
that one. It might be, yeah. I can't see the map real well.
1 second, I'll find it.
And I know what the front of the house looks like. No, that's not it. It's in an area called Emerald Isle Boulevard. I just can't quite see the map well enough to.
You're identifying
It might
probably
be
not
where all that cluster. It might be in that cluster. Yeah.
in this cluster right here.
No, to the left. That one in there. Yeah. Yeah, the one you just circled.
This one,
Nope, the other one.
this one.
Yeah, that one. No.
What did you,
So I'm just trying to like reframe. Are these, so these are all on market?
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are on market, yes.
Is the only ones on market? Because I think there's a lot more that are on the market. But
Yeah, we're pulling like the first 50 properties.
okay. All right, well, let's just, if you can scroll to the, just trying to get my bearings real quick. I think it's down there in that cluster, but let's just look at, like, can you just go to that map area and we can look at scroll through the property pictures or listings?
You want me to go to the Zillow listing?
No, I'm just saying, let's just like in the map zone, like go to that map zone
Uh-huh.
that we kind of were like, we're all that cluster to the, drag it to the right.
1 second.
Yeah, and then let's look at the pictures and I can maybe see the pictures of the properties.
Okay, but you have to tell me which pin to click.
Yeah, well, okay, can you not just look at kind of like all those listings at once?
One by one I
Like a
can.
list, in a list. Okay, well, let's just look at this.
I can do one by one.
Okay. I guess just click on each one and we'll see if one of them shows up.
if you know what the house looks like, maybe we just scroll through the left-hand side real fast and
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was kind of thinking, is I could maybe grab it from the pictures.
Oh, that's what you
It's
meant.
a it's a yellow stucco.
This?
No, it's more like McMansion looking, if that makes any sense. Kind of a California term. I don't
This
see
is
it.
yellowish.
Yoni, how are these organized on the left from top to bottom? They don't seem to be by price. Are they just kind of by map location?
It's the first, 50 properties that it grabs off the MLS. It's not, it's grabbing them indiscriminately.
Okay, so it's not really organized by days on market or by price or by location. It's just the first 50.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, as we get more sophisticated, I'm sure we'll do things like that, but not yet.
Are they, how do you determine which ones are grabbed?
I can't hear you.
You might have to type it in the
I
chat.
was just asking. Okay.
I can't
He's
hear.
typing, I believe.
Like what determines the 50 properties?
We're just pulling the properties that are on the MLS in that area, the first ones that come up, and we're telling you how much it'll earn.
Okay.
Yeah.
But because they're all brand new listings, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Okay.
A lot of them.
Okay.
But it doesn't do it's not like pulling it based on how soon it was listed. Because there's some markets you'll see when you'll search some markets and you'll see properties that have been on the market for 200 days. So it's just pulling what it can grab out of the bucket. It's just scooping the ice cream out of the bucket. However it can
Okay.
scoop it. It's actually pretty hard to get the for sale properties on the website. It's like pretty difficult.
Is there-
Gotcha.
Is there one of these houses here that you want to see more details on, Savannah?
No, I was just kind of more curious about, I mean, we can look at, again, I'm trying to kind of see what the zones are, but like, I didn't realize we couldn't look up a specific address. And I don't
Yeah,
see the
we
word.
don't, we're trying not to do that. We're just trying to pull all the for sales and tell you how much it'll make.
Gotcha.
I don't think we're gonna do that for a while, and there's free tools for that free. So Rabu does that. Like if you have an address, you're curious how much it'll make, use Rabu. Like it's not, doesn't cost a penny. So I recommend using that.
I believe that's RABU, isn't that correct, Rabu?
RABUU or RABBU. I'm not sure exactly how to spell, but just Google Rabu Airbnb and you'll find it.
Okay.
Does anyone else want to search a market? I think I saw another.
But I mean, if we could look at Ocala, that would be great. I just, like I said, Kissimmee, it just was looking for one specific place, but.
We can definitely look for Ocala. We can definitely do it.
So you're familiar with Ocala?
I'm a Miami boy, so I know all the Florida,
Okay.
I'm a Cleveland refugee, I call it. And
Yeah, that's funny.
Miami.
My family's from that area in Ohio too.
Oh no way. They went to Florida.
No, they're all still in Ohio though. They're like hardcore Buckeyes.
Oh, we're
Only Savannah
Buckeyes.
has escaped.
We're Buckeyes from we're Buckeyes, but in Florida. We wear the Ohio State jerseys in the Miami sun.
I love it.
Um,
So yeah, if you just want to, can we look at the map real quick?
yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's such a variety here. It's just kind of like, so what do the green mean again? That's like good stuff.
The green means we think it could be a decent Airbnb.
Yeah, okay. It's a little hard to see the maps are like more grayed out, but yeah, Pensacola is pretty awesome too. That's a cute spot or a cute
yeah.
house.
Yeah, I just clicked on this from the map. And you see here that I don't know, we have to underwrite it, but the average daily rate is 185. I don't love this property, to be honest, because it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend doing it, but it also, we have a long-term rental prediction, and it's possible that this is a long-term rental. And I know, Anastasia, you just asked in the chat if it's just for Airbnb. It's not just for Airbnb. We have a long-term rental prediction too. Yeah, so you see here, like we tell you both.
So how do we know what that compares to the, like what you would purchase it for, like the mortgage and stuff, the PITI?
I don't know the mortgage because I don't have that information. The only thing I know is what it could earn. Gross revenue earn.
Yeah.
You have to input property management fees, mortgage
Okay, I see.
into this calculator.
Oh, cool. Okay, I see. I didn't see that before.
Yeah. I'm here to help.
It's a cool tool.
Yeah. Thank you. It means a lot. Working really hard on it.
Yeah, I bet. I can tell.
Yeah. No, by the way, and I get a lot of my product ideas from these Zoom calls. So trust me, there's no bad question or anything like that. Like I want to, like even just a minute ago where Anastasia's like, oh, can you put that in Google Maps? I'm like, I'm just going to put Google Maps into my site and then people can know how far things are from other things. Okay, so this is basically how you would manage Ocala. I'm going to take this property and I'm going to put it in the chat. Let me find it on Zillow.
Oh, Ruby.
Oh, you don't have to hide the dog. What kind of dog you have?
No, she's just barking. She's an English setter.
My brother has a Pomeranian and he's like a crazy dog. He's a crazy dog. We call him the cocaine dog because he's always hyper. Okay, let me put this property in here. Ocala. Pensacola. I can do Pensacola. I can do
Yeah,
Pensacola.
we also have Park City, Utah and Groveland, California.
Hey,
All
hey, Yoni, I know you like to call it's Cindy.
Hi.
I know that Shane and I are working on the seller finance calculator with you, but I'm thinking now as we're walking through it, maybe we should add maybe more of like an underwriting. That's just going to enhance your software.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some more blanket, numbers, that people can be almost like a one-stop shop. Your software is a one-stop shop. But we can work on it. It'll be a work in progress. But yeah, I know but maybe we do both, a creative calculator and, a DSCR loan calculator in there and, try to grab those rates. I mean, like a mortgage calculator.
That would be amazing. I will do that with you guys. Easy.
Okay. Just
I
want to
just
put my
need
2
somebody to
cents in.
tell me like what the parameters should be and I'll do it.
Okay. Well, we'll help you with that. We'll set up another meeting.
Absolutely.
I would love that. That would be amazing. Let me go here. There was oh yeah. So Celeste, I'm going to do Groveland. If you want to unmute yourself, you're up next.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, California. I'm thinking about moving there in a few months, by the way, which is we could talk about and somehow keeping my Florida residency. Somehow we're working on it. We're
I'm ready
thinking
to
about
pay
it.
a lot of taxes.
But I want to keep my Florida residency so I don't have to. If it's not possible, I'm going to stay here. I crave perfect. As a former Buckeye, I crave perfect weather all the time because it used to snow in April where I grew up.
Yeah,
So,
then come on over then for the weather.
Exactly. Are you in this market? Do you live here?
No, so I'm actually doing a tiny home community up there. So I'm kind of curious to see what you see up there. We're gonna Airbnb.
Wow.
I'm kind of curious to see.
My development company sells tiny homes.
Ah,
We sell them in China. My family's factories are still active in China, and I'm actually buying my A-frames from my family's factory. Fun little roundabout story, but we can get into that later. But so I bought my A-frame house for a quarter of the price. So I'm very proud of that.
yeah, I'm sure you did. Yep.
I'm very, very proud of that. I know in Tennessee, they were like, they're very into made in America, but I'm like, made in America 4 times the price. I mean, I'm very pro-American, but I'm pro my money more in a way.
Yeah.
So then those come over shipped as like kits then, panels?
Kits, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Very on the ball, Shane. So I'm just gonna
is there
scroll
a
through
name
here.
You want to drop real quick? I can put it in the chat. How would people reach you and get information on that?
Oh yeah, that's like a one-off thing. You could just message me on Insta. I don't know how active everyone here is on Instagram. I'm on Instagram all day because of my business, all day long. I produce content, but here, let me just do at Yonatan Waxman on Instagram, Yonatan Waxman on Facebook. That's the best way to reach me. I actually think everybody should follow me on Instagram. I build in public. I build completely in public. Everything is public, like my team, my idea, everything. And I think that that's the way to build in this era of the internet. I think people really connect to authenticity. So you can message me there and just say, hey, like, I'd love to, tiny home, A-frame, because my family's factory, we still, my dad and my grandfather still own the factory. So like they now make these kits. So whether it's a tiny house, they have like a bunch of different tiny home models. And then the A-frame, I'm building a double. It's coming from China. And you'll see in my videos on Instagram, I talk about it like very openly, like where it comes from. Like you could just find my video. There's no hiding anything. So yeah, anytime, just message me on Instagram for that. No problem. So do you want to select a property? I'm going to zoom in here for you. Just tell me, I'm gonna scroll, Celeste, and you tell me.
So essentially, like the tiny homes I'm having, they can sleep up to 8 people. So maybe
Oh.
we can pick one that has that has many rooms, maybe.
Yeah, okay, so it's a little grayed out, but in the bottom, let me just try to do this in a way that everyone can read. So
So I
I'm
don't
gonna,
have a specific one, yeah.
yeah, so here is a 4-bedroom. So you're not asking to buy a tiny home, you're asking to find a property with many bedrooms, correct?
Yes, just for comparison, since
Got it.
it's
I understand now what you're saying. Yes, great point. Really, I have to unpack that question. That was a great question. Probably an opportunity for me to improve my software in that too. This is a 4-bedroom. That's really good. And it's only $500,000 in California. That's like unheard of. So I don't know anything about this market, but it looks beautiful and cheap. Like compared to Big Bear and these other things, this is cheap.
Yep. Yeah. And the
4-bedroom,
304, yeah.
4-bedroom, 3-bath for $430 that you can charge $445 a night. I'm going to click on this. Okay.
Okay.
You see it's on the market for 14 days. So for the question, Savannah, on the last search that we did, you were kind of like, oh, is it just pulling the most recent properties? You see here, it's not. Like 14 days on market, it's been on for a while. One second here. Sorry, one sec. Oh.
So then you would consider like purchasing these, making offers, and
Yeah,
or like subleasing type of thing,
not subleasing, buy it.
buying it. Okay.
Well,
Buy the
yeah,
property.
I guess once you get into acquisition mode, you have all sorts of different options, right? You do have the traditional, just buy it,
Yeah.
call them up and offer and see if there is seller financing available, or, go down that creative financing road once you do the reach out. But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
basic
yeah.
information of what the rent rate is, long-term and short-term, having that in your back pocket makes you more confident in how you structure and make your offers.
Yeah.
So as you can see here, we think you could charge $445 a night. Now, the reason I think that's fucking awesome is because in California, which I know that, Mark, by the way, it has access to a tennis court and waterfront. This is crazy.
Mhm.
And a pool. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. This is a deal. All right, I'm sending this.
Okay.
All right, one second. This is a crazy. What the hell is this? It's probably the best deal we found.
Yeah, waterfront and the pool.
All right, hold on. Thank you, Saradia. Please, everybody follow me on Instagram because that's the best way to be in touch with me. Better than my cell phone number, to be honest. Okay, I just sent that. So
Okay.
here you have all the information on the property. I'm curious what I would call the broker tomorrow and find out how many acres this is on. Because
Yeah.
maybe it's on like 5 acres and you can put another thing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Find out.
cash flow if you put another tiny home on there.
Yeah, you can put another tiny home. I mean, we're selling tiny homes for like super cheap. It's funny that you mentioned about tiny homes. You should definitely connect with me. You should definitely
Do
connect with me.
you look at
We ship them into Long Beach, so probably it'd be easy for you to grab it.
Yeah, do you look up snow load requirements, all of that?
Not for
I think-
Fetchit. Not for Fetchit, for the house.
Yeah, I mean, for the tiny homes I'm talking about.
Yeah, that, again, that's a one-off. I don't want to talk about it too much on this call, but yeah, they already do that, and they have to follow all the US international building code stuff. They
Okay,
and the US, so we're good.
okay,
I'm even surprised that we're going to work on this together, but that is, I can definitely help you very
okay,
much.
great. Thank you.
You own the land?
No.
Okay, well, we can help you there too.
Yeah.
Well, Fetchit can help you there. Wow, cool. I like this phone call. Zoom, sorry.
It is the power of connection, right? So as we do work together and just communicate and we kind of give back and share, we find these little connections that we all can work on and support each other with. So it's
Yeah. Shane, by the way, if we could, after this, schedule a time to get on the phone tomorrow to talk about that calculator that would have the DSCR and the creative in there, I could
Yep.
probably get it done in the next 2 weeks.
Perfect.
Done. Like on the website, locked and loaded, done. And I'd love to do that for you guys. You guys are a great group. Like really, from my heart, entrepreneurship is very lonely. It's great to have these. For me, it gives me a lot of juice. Okay, do you want to search? You want to find one more property on here? Should we give somebody else a shot at a search?
I think someone else, so
Okay. Celeste, make sure to follow me on Instagram so we stay connected. Okay, let's find the next.
thank you.
We do Park City yet?
Oh, no, I didn't do Park City, Utah?
Yep.
Damn, I've never
I
been.
don't remember who, that was a while ago. Who said that? Remember.
That was Jesse. That was me
That was
that asked
Jesse.
about Park City.
Hi, Jesse. How you doing tonight?
I'm still breathing, so I guess I'm doing good.
I feel you
It's
there.
the alternative.
I get that. I get that comment. I know. I really know. All right. So I have Park
We are
City.
getting some
By the way,
feedback through your microphone.
what'd you say, Shane?
We're getting some feedback from Jesse's microphone.
Oh, Jesse, I'm in Park City. Just want you to know this has been a market I've wanted to visit for years and I've never been here. I heard this is one of the most beautiful places in the world. I don't know if that's true, but that's
I've
what they
never
told me.
been there either, honestly.
And look
You
at
can
this.
also check Heber
property.
City.
What's that?
Also check Heber. It's up near Park City. Heber.
Do you want me to search that or do you want me to stay on this market?
Yeah. Search Heber.
Okay, one moment. Those houses in Park City look so modern and cool. Okay, we're in Heber. Are you ready?
I was just curious what there was up there.
Yep. So these properties, they look expensive. They don't look as cute as the Park City ones, but that might not be a bad thing. Like the cuter they are, the more expensive they are. Like
A lot of them look like new construction.
yeah, a
Yes,
lot
I
of
agree
they
with that.
actually they look like animations, not even real photos.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking maybe new construction or something.
Yeah, they're trying to sell you something that's not even there yet. Look at this. Look at, oh my God. See, that's a real house, but see, they're selling it. Oh, the one, once it's up, it's 3 million, but before it's up, it's 2.5. I mean, you have to put up a lot of money to get something like this. Can I be honest?
Out
Wait,
of my price range.
Yeah.
yeah, this is a better
property.
one. This is a 3.3 for $500,000. This is a much better type of Airbnb property than going into the $1, $2, $3 million. I think that's very risky game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
If you see a property you like, I'm gonna click on it.
No, nothing interesting. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
All right. Let's do one more search. Do we have any more search requests? We'll do one more for the night.
Did we ever get through Groveland, California? I think we did that one, yes.
Yeah, we did that one. And by the way, it doesn't have to be a search. You guys can ask me literally anything you want. Like, I want us to be friends also. Like, I really want to be friends with my early partners, and it's like, I want to develop a friendship. If you have ideas, tell me ways for me to improve the service. Like,
Jerry has, I don't know if it's Hilo or Hilo, Hawaii, Hilo.
yeah.
Jerry, are you there?
It's Hilo. Yeah, it's Hilo,
Hilo.
Hawaii.
Okay, that's
Are we gonna go there together?
I just got back.
I want to go.
Well, they have land there. I was looking at land and I was thinking of tiny homes there as well.
Well, if you need help with the tiny homes, you know where to reach me.
Yep, I do. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. What the hell? You can buy property for this much in Hawaii?
Mm-hmm.
Who's been keeping this secret from me?
wow.
Am I the only weirdo that thinks this is crazy?
Hilo is like an old town, but that's where once a year they have this hula competition, and it just brings a lot of people. It's like the hula Olympics.
Do they let Jewish people visit there? Because I want to go.
Yeah, everybody goes there.
I want to visit this place, and this is a perfect for creative finance because they've all been on the market for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just hit the home run market.
That's awesome. I can't wait to look at it.
So if you see a house in here you want me to click on, you should tell me. And if not, I'll just scroll through to just get a vibe on it.
Just scroll through. That's fine.
Wow. That's so incredible that you can buy properties in Hawaii for this much money. You know, I
was
Yeah.
doing my due diligence on it. I know there's like a flood zone, a lava zone, all kinds of stuff. So like you were saying on your view for ordinances and land,
Yeah.
would that show up?
Let's look. Let's
Okay.
see how good we did. Looks like we don't have the ordinance there, but what we do for markets that we don't have the ordinance, we have a button called request ordinance. So if I would click this, you see it says request sent. It goes to my team in the Philippines, and they call up Hilo and they're like, hello.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's what that request goes to the Philippines. Like that's
The
already
VA.
So I don't actually know I build very transparently. That's like my goal of the business is to be like, tell us like how we can get better. So that's why we have that.
So Yoni, will they just come back and edit the page so now it's available to everybody? Or
we'll have to go get the information, which can take the next morning or it could take a week, depending how quickly they answer the phone. And if you guys have ever dealt with county offices, you know it's not always instant. But then they would, instead of it saying request ordinance, it would say view ordinance, and then it would just be there.
But if this was Jerry's account and she clicked that button, would they also contact her, or would it just kind of pop up, be available?
It would show up as a ping to whoever clicked request. So it's like anybody that said click request, it could have maybe 25 people clicked it at the same time. Those 25 people would get like a notification like, oh, Hilo ordinance is now available. Thanks for telling us.
Perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. 1 second. This is very fun. I'm having a great time. So guys, I think unless there are any more, hold on 1 second. Zoom. I'm gonna click stop share. If I can figure it out. Stop share. Got it. All right. So this was awesome. Straight up. This is like why I do what I do, is to meet with people like y'all. So I really appreciate this Zoom. Shane, where do you want to take it from here? Respectfully.
Well, I just kind of want to bring it back to the group, because this is really about them. And any questions they have about what they've seen today, what would you like to know? What questions you have for us while we have Yoni's attention? Let's start there. And I know you've said this is like version 2. You went from version 1. You've added a lot of features.
We're gonna go to version.
on-
We're gonna go to
yeah.
version 3. Version 3, and obviously we're gonna maybe version 2.3 because if we had the calculators, that like counts as something. But we're gonna add an AI chat feature where you can ask the chat where you can build certain houses. So you could be like, where can I do tiny homes? Where can I do container homes? And it'll tell you the markets. What are the most friendly markets? What are the least friendly? And the chat will just tell you. So that's the big feature that I'm working on now, is like an AI chat bot that tells you where the friendliest or unfriendliest places and what you can build and where you can build it. Because for those people that are working on tiny homes, you know, that's super annoying to figure out. So like, that's the next challenge that we're taking on. Yeah. So Stephanie, that's what I'm working on next, is a chat that will tell you where you can do tiny homes, container homes, everything. So we're on it right now. We're collecting the information. We're cold calling literally all the county offices for the zoning laws related to short-term rentals in the country, starting with the national parks. We've already collected like 500 of them. It's very hard to do. And then we're going to train an AI model as a chat bot in the site. So that's coming. I think this is going to be like the coolest real estate company ever. If you guys see my Instagram, you'll see like I'm going to do some team videos so you guys can see my team, also not just me. But like, I think we're going to be the coolest real estate tech business in the world. That's my goal. I actually think like our features we're coming out with, like nobody else has done it. Nobody will do it. Nobody was crazy enough to try to do it. So that's what I think is going to happen.
And I know it's hard to have one software do everything. But I see a lot of people talking about and asking about, would we be able to search by just vacant land to develop?
Yeah, you can
Only looking
search
at houses for
you
Airbnb.
can search for land. It'll tell you, like, you can do your filter for, we just did houses, but you
Yeah.
can filter it for land. You can search for
Perfect.
land anywhere,
Perfect.
and it'll tell you how much it can make as a 1 and a 2. So like you can do a land search right now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so, you know, we're doing, for obviously, like, this is just the beginning of the journey for Fetchit. We're really trying to create a community around the people that join us. So for those that would like to join the journey, obviously let me know. The more people that sign up, like, means the world to me, because I burnt up my W-2 life to go down this road, and everybody knows that's the dream. And so we actually, I don't know, Shane, if you want to talk about the offer that we're doing, but we'd love to get as many of you guys on board as possible.
So in our Facebook group, we did share a special link that Yoni sent to us. It's out there. Click through that, sign up. He has some special pricing for you. And kind of thinking that maybe we should follow up. I don't want to steal all your time. Maybe there's something that I could do with the group, but we'd love to have you, of course. Just kind of follow up and just do a couple of short, whether it's every week or every other week for a while or once a month. Just kind of go through and say, where do you want to look at today? And pull up a couple of properties. Let's look at them. Drop them out to the group. Hey, just kind of like what we did, but let's look for some deals. Let's get some properties going.
I want to just make an offer to the group. So for the group so in that Facebook group, I'm like, I see it when I get a notification. We're offering a free week on the tech if you use that link. But also, if you're using it and you need help, reach out to me, and it'll either be me or my VA that will give you a personal demo and teach you how to use it. So like, I'm not here being like, sign up. Like, I want you to use it. So like, when you sign up for the free week, send me a message. I'll put you with my VA or myself, depending on who's free at the time, and we will teach you how to use it. And I will definitely be on the future calls with you and y'all and Shane. No question about it.
like I said, I don't think we were recording when kind of the beginning of this. When I got the software, I was on it for 30 minutes, just trying to figure it out. And I was instantly, I found a property. I went, I got to go look at that one. And we drove right out and looked at it. Like I said, I didn't take a picture or video of it, so I kind of duplicated that today, and I have a video coming out about it. But it's really a neat software that you developed. We really appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, and we're gonna make it more and more awesome as time goes on. Like that DSCR creative finance calculator, that's just the beginning. Doing the zoning where we tell you what you can do on what land, that's the next big thing we're gonna do. We have the VA to manage your properties. We have the coaching to teach you Airbnb. It's pretty much gonna be a system, a closed loop system for everything. You want to learn about property, you can do it. You want to be told where you can do certain things, we'll do it. Like, we're going to be I mean, I don't know anyone that's going to be better than us. I mean, I tell you that. It's because it's hard to get these answers. So we're excited. And obviously anybody that signs up tonight, like brotherhood level, like it really means a lot to me. We're a small team of 10 people and we've been doing this Christmas and we burnt the boats to do it. So I would love to have any one of you and Shane, I'll jump on a call with y'all anytime you want.
Again, we'll share this video on our Facebook group, but we also share it on our YouTube channel. We'll reference it because the group itself has over 800 people in it now, but not everybody can make 7 p.m. on a Thursday. That's why we want to make sure this is evergreen. It's available to everybody at any time.
Totally.
Not necessarily that the pricing and the link will be good forever, but this content information is good forever.
For sure. Do you have that link do you want to put it in the chat? Because I know you had a specific link that we made for you.
You want to talk just a little bit longer? I will find it.
Yeah, for sure. I think I see some Instagram friendships coming up on my phone and some Facebook ads. So thank you for that. Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions or like what it can do, because Shane's gonna put the link. It's a special for the offer for you guys. So I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, I mean, what I eventually want to do is like I feel like I think Pace is gonna use this one day. That's like on my vision board is like saying Pace use this software tool, to be honest. That would be like a really dream come true.
I see it happening.
Yeah. I'll just tell you guys some fun facts about me. I guess some fun facts. I'm a sucker for my nieces and nephews, and I'm addicted to reading. I would say like those are my two things. Yeah, but I think people need to drop off. Yep. Thank you, everybody.
We'll get that link posted out to the group and I'll get it posted to the YouTube.
Yeah, cool. It looks like people are dropping off, so I'll you tell me what you want me to do, I guess.
Well, be awesome. Continue doing what you're doing. We greatly appreciate it. I want to send you some notes here. I wrote on the side some ideas that came up.
No doubt.
And we'll share those with you as well. And let's keep it going, brother.
Hell yeah, I'm down. Let's make this the best tool ever.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, Shane, so much.
Yep. Be in touch. Peace.